1, 2, 1, 2. Sound check. 1, 2. On this one, Mike, you want to turn the bass off a little for me, please? Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. A little echo, reverb on it. Not too much. 1, 2, 2. Perfect, perfect. My dear brothers and sisters, respected elders, families, friends, Bandit Satish, and all you loved souls who have made this great effort to come to this home and to be with this family as the father of this home, the husband of this home, the son to this family, celebrates a most momentous and auspicious occasion, a milestone in his life. And so befitting of the individual who he is, of course I'm referring to no other than our dear Yogesh ji, to have this most august, beautiful satsang in singing, listening to the praises, and reminisce with some of his close friends. But as always, first and foremost, prayers to Bhagwan. He's all who's all merciful, all compassionate, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresence, whose blessings we also seek, especially in times like this. We pray for his good health and strength, much success, and continued prosperity. So without any ado, it is indeed my distinct honor to invite to the microphone Pandit Satish Deo, who early this morning had left lead Yogiji and his family in performing of puja. Puja is that art where you take your hands and you make offerings to Bhagwan. For he bless you for such longevity with good health and strength. What else more can we do? Nothing. So, as I invite Panditji to come to the microphone, let me extend to all of you, don't be shy. Please make yourself friendly. There's those of you who would like to take the seat on the floor. It's not so hard, it's soft. Please, make yourself comfortable. If you do this now, I'll tell you what will happen. We're expecting more families and friends and loved ones who are on their way. So this way the transition will have no interference. So the program will run very smooth. So as you do that very quietly, it is indeed my honor to ask Pandit Satishji to lead us in prayers. And as he does, please, for a few moments, please can we all be silent in listening to Pratna. Panditji.
Just before Panditji begins with prayers, just quick. Maybe if we can have all the kids come and sit on the ground, it would be nice. So this way we can free up some space in the back for the older people. So for those of you who are parents, please bring your kids, put them to sit here. So this way we can make some more space. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Bali and my dear brother Yogesh. As we commence with opening pratna this evening, I would kindly ask everybody to stand as Uncle Bali said, start this in a proper way. This is not really a well, it is dharmic. It is dharmic. It is dharmic. Not a religious function as such, but still, Sangeet is the divine gift of Saraswati Ma. In our Shastra, music is known as Brahmanada, the sound of Bhagavan. So this is sacred. This is a very sacred art form. So, in a very dharmic way, our dear brother has decided to celebrate his birthday. Let us, without further ado, seek the blessing of Bhagavan, particularly in the form of Ganapati Baba, as we are starting something, and also Saraswati Ma, whom I mentioned earlier, because without her, we would not have this gift of Sangeet. Om Gajananam Bhutaganaadisevitam Kapitthajambu Phalacharu Bhakshanam Umasutam Shokavinashakarakam Namami Vigneshwara Padapankajam Ya Kundendu Tusharahara Dhavala Ya शुभ्र वस्त्रावृता या वीणावर दंडमंडित करा या श्वेत पद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृतिभिर देवै सदा वंदिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेष जाड्यापहा ओम गम गणपतये नमः ओम ऐं सरस्वत्यै नमः। प्रेम से बोलो गणपति बाबा की जय। एक बार बोलिए श्री सरस्वती माता की जय। प्लीज बी सीटेड।
Kotishe Dhanyabadho, Panditji, for leading us this evening in very beautiful prayers to Sri Ganapati Bhagwan, Devi Saraswati Mata. Distinguished guests, friends and family, permit me at this time to take this opportunity on behalf of my dear son Yogesh ji and his extended family, to all of you a most warm, cordial welcome to this grand mehfil in his observance of his 40th birthday. Can you put your hands together and give him a round of applause, please? As we're here this evening, we are streaming live on various social internet groups. So those of you who are joining with us on your different medias, we welcome you as well. 40 years ago, in a beautiful home of the Jagdeo family, a son had came to light in Cemetery Village. One can only imagine, as expecting parents, knowing that you're blessed to have a child. The child is born, and before you, you look at his life, and without no awe, you're just amazed of all the things that he possessed. Of course, having a child, parents, they, with their hard-working hand, would instill great morals, values, ideals, in culturing the mind of this child to be like that of the sun that shines, and its light that it comes upon us spreads its beauty and warmth. Yogesh is a humble son of the soil of Guyana who have lent his voice all throughout its length and breadth, not only in Guyana, in the Caribbean, North America, even in Europe. And so today, as he marks this milestone, he thought it'd be fitting in performing puja. Not only puja, but because he loves music so much, that music is so much a part of his life, that he have invited some of his close, near, and dear friends to share with him on his most joyous day. To think 40 years ago in Cemetery Village, this little boy running around, and to watch him now in South Ozone, Queens, to see him to grow up to be this most respectable person. We are indeed fortunate to say that Yogi is indeed a role model to most, if not all, of the musicians who would have come and graced the stage here to render their to lend their voice in singing. That's the magnitude, and we must not take this for granted. Know, and know this, my dear ones, when we have someone of this personality among us, let's pay tribute to them and acknowledge us from time to time and let them know. Because in their hard work, they need encouragements. And they do this, and we take it for granted. They will say, oh man, like nobody not appreciate me. But no, not Yogi. So I am so happy to be here, as all of you here, to join with Yogi in celebrating this wonderful, wonderful night. I assure you this, you're in for a treat. Please, if you have to move to get something, house rules, there is refreshments in the yard next door. Please do so very gently, not with too much of noise, of course, and interruption with our music. If you have to go to the restroom, of course it's in the home, but be mindful and respectful. It's someone's home, it's like your home. So when we go, we carry ourselves, please, with certain sort of dignity. To start things off, it's indeed my distinct honor to welcome on stage our dear son, Kev Twix. He's no stranger, like I said. All of these musicians are accomplished musicians in their own rights. They're people who you're accustomed to see from day to day. And so today they're here to lend their support for this great, wonderful birthday celebration. So let's welcome Twix, and of course Satch is on Dolak, and Anand on the Dantal. So let's give him a round of applause, please. Wait, hold on. Wait, me know the place so hot, Yogi. You know so bad. But come on, man, I'm bored this thing. Put... All right, let's go one more time. Let's make some noise. Richmond Hill! All right. Hopefully, I go warm up a little more later on as we go along. So without any ado, let's give them your undivided attention.
Sitaram, everybody. I wanted to wish Yogi a very happy 40th birthday. I didn't know we were about 10 years difference. I'm 30, he's 40, and when we started hanging out, I didn't know. I had no idea. But he just made me feel like I'm a long-time friend, and I appreciate that. I know Yogi from the days of United Community Mandir. He used to play the Nal over there, and Yogi had some different variations when he played the Nal. One of the most unique ways of playing it, and I remember reaching out to him, and he was so nice in regards to, hey man, you know, we should catch up and meet and see where we're gonna go musically and whatnot, and it's been a journey. He put me first, and hopefully I set the tone for you guys. And the other story, well, it's not really a story. The first time Yogi picked me up to go somewhere, man, I got into the car, we're going to the puja, and let me tell you, speed, this man can drive one car speed. Hold on, like seatbelt not do. Like, but anyway, man, looking great, and I hope you enjoyed this birthday. Wishing many, many more to come. And I'm joined here with some chorus. Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya, Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya, Ganapati Baba Moria. Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya, Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya, Ganapati Baba Moria. Jai Ganaraya, Shri Ganaraya, Ganapati Baba Moria. सिद्धि विनायक मंगल दाता, सिद्धि विनायक मंगल दाता, मंगल दाता, मंगल दाता, मंगल दाता, मंगल दाता, सिद्धि विनायक मंगल दाता, अष्ट विनायक मंगलदायक मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया। अष्ट विनायक मंगलदायक मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया। जय गणराया, ओ श्री गणराया, जय गणराया, श्री गणराया, गणपति बाबा मोरिया, ओ गणपति बाबा मोरिया। गजानना पार्वती नंदन गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदन गजानना ओ गजानना है गजानना गजानना है गजानना गजानना है गजानना गजानना है गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती पार्वती नंदन गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदन गजानना पार्वती नंदन गजानना पार्वती नंदन गजानना
Thank you so much for that very beautiful rendition, Twix. Again, a round of applause, please. My dear ones, at this time, it is indeed my distinct honor and privilege to ask to come to the front, no other than Pandit Dwarka, to please lead with us with prayers and to share some memories of his relationship with Yogi Ji. As he's making his way, throughout the course of the night, I'm going to share one memory. One memory. The memory is not with me, but the memory is with Yogi and Pandit Ganesh and Pandit Ganesh's mom. So this is a story I'm relating, but it's a little long, nice one though. Gan just got his license and just bought the car. I don't remember if it was a Nissan. So he's booking a puja in New Jersey, and Yogi is accompanying him. So we'll take it as we go. They're traveling, and they're listening to music with it on a GPS. Let's listen to Dwark Panditji. Let's give him a round of applause, please.
Just before the second most handsome man present here this evening speaks, I would just like to make a request of everyone that is invited up here to make a contribution to help me celebrate my birthday by sharing a special memory that you may have of me or that we have created in the past years. So with that said, over to the second most handsome man present here this evening.
Round of applause for Yogi recognizing his English is not so good when he meant the most handsome gentleman. But nevertheless, a round of applause for Yogi looking so dashing, amazing, incredible. I know Yogi told me this, and not to repeat it, he's 40, but he's 20 with 20 years of experience. I've known him for many, many years, but it has been always an incredible moment for me when we get to meet, especially at prayers. These are the moments where these noble souls get to connect. And when we're absent from each other, we still think about each other. But during those times, we always wish that moments like this will occur. And this is not really a gem of rarity when you think of his company. All his friends and his, at his age and a little older and a little older. Whenever him and I are not in this kind of company and we go anywhere else, I always refer to him as his grandson, and people would open their eyes and they were like, wow, you have a young grandfather. I love Yogs. I love him for his instincts. I love him for his spirituality. I love him for his balance. I love him for his family. He has an incredible, amazing, he is so lucky to have his adoring wife. A round of applause. And an amazing daughter whose music talent is just unbelievable. And then his little son. So for both kids, another round of applause. Yog, I'm so happy, and for all these people who are, around you and surround you, you're a gem of rarity. And understand that life provides us with opportunities. And you are making not only your father, but all those whom have left the legacy behind. You are not just a follower, but you're a leader, and for that, I am proud. All of us are proud, and I wish you nothing but the best, all the best. Cheers.
Thank you so much, Panitwark, for your very kind, beautiful words. And so on stage, we have now Rajan, who will do for us the next item. I've told you of Yogi's accomplishment. And these young men who are in here, he had the privilege, who he had under his tutelage of training, teaching them music. So what an honor it is for him to know that his hard work is going on as we speak. And as I say, that the future of our Dharma is on the young people of today. And of course, when we see young people like this come to the forefront, it is truly, truly something remarkable. So again, let's give Yogi a round of applause for that insight. You know, I always say, not to have dreams. Areyat, Jayo Maharaj. Panisatyanan Sharma ji, aye. Please, maaf kij, please. Well, this is a surprise that I have not been expecting. Wow. Somebody please pinch me. Wow, this is, let me just pause for one moment to have a meet and greet, please. Because this goes back to 40 years ago in Guyana. I gotta tell you, I think this guy worked for the CIA to keep this secret. So without any ado, my dear ones, over now to Rajan as he will lend for us a voice. Following Rajan, we'll have Divya, so please be prepared.
Jai Sitaram, everyone. So before I start my contribution, Uncle Yogi asked me to share a story. I used to learn music. I used to learn music under him for about a couple of years, and every week I didn't really want to go, and I took those classes for granted. I definitely did, and it was a blessing learning under you. So I want to thank you for all of you done for me and my dad.
Om Namah Shivaya. 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 शब्द में सृष्टि सारी, तीन शब्द में सृष्टि सारी, सृष्टि सारी समाए। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। धपगरि गग सदपगरि गग धपग सरे रे पगरि सा पर्वत पर्वत क्यों चढ़े नदी पार क्यों जाए पर्वत पर्वत क्यों चढ़े नदी पार क्यों जाए जो मिलना है यही है जो मिलना है यही है जिनको दे ओ नमः शिवाय हर सपना एक साप है मन से लिपटा जाए हर सपना एक साप है मन से लिपटा जाए विश्व अमृत कभी ना बने विश्व अमृत कभी ना बने काहे जतन लगा तीन शब्द में सृष्टि सारी तीन शब्द में सृष्टि सारी समाए ओ नमः शिवाय ओ नमः शिवाय ओ नमः शिवाय ओ नमः शिवाय ओ नमः शिवाय
I think he deserves a bigger round of applause than that. Don't you agree? So, as Rajan said earlier, that he's one of my students that I taught for a couple of years. And this bhajan he just sang is in Rag Bhupali. And if it's one thing I teach my singers is good Rag Bhupali. So thank you, Rajan. Over to Uncle Bal.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, another round of applause, please. Indeed. You know, we're in the month of Shravan Mas. I was wondering when we would have had a Shiva Bhajan. Very nice, son. Very, very nice. My dear ones, moving along, Gan and Yogi, they're still in this car, you know, and they're driving. The music, as you can imagine, is really sweet. They're in Midtown, and they're enjoying the landscape of all the skyscrapers and whatnot, and the story will continue as we go along. But before we do so, let me now invite to the microphone Pani Satish Deo to please share with us the memories with Yogesh. You know, these two are like two peas in a pod. Sorry, sorry, Dwark. I don't know. You might be the second good-looking guy there, but tonight, it's not your night, brother. And in addition to this, let me just say, just in case those of you not know, Panitsat just flew all the way from Orlando, Florida, to be here with us. So, oh, the Panitsatyan and Sharmaji, that's right, because we have Panitsatish Dev here. So, without any ado, let's welcome to the microphone Panitsatish Dev. And as he makes his way, please show some love with a round of applause, please. Panitji.
Thank you once again, Uncle Bali, and still getting over the surprise when Paniji walked in today. We had two surprises, in fact. That's the second surprise for today. There you go. Yes, yeah. Panit Ganesh Ram Sahai, who is another dear brother of ours, he surprised us this morning. Right, right, yes. They were New Yorkers before. So first of all, I just want to thank everybody for coming out today. And I have to thank you because, you know, Yogi is more than a friend. Is like a brother of mine. And if my own blood brother had something and people support him, I feel the obligation to thank them. So on his behalf, I feel the obligation to thank each and every one of you as well. My respect to Paniji, Paniji Satyanand, and Paniji Dwarka also. The ironic thing when Yogi asked me to think of a memory is that I should have had the easiest time because I think I'm one of the most recent people to ever know him. And yet I had such difficulty picking out one memory. You see, if I were to tell you every memory, I will keep you here all night. You know, every fond memory I have of my company with him. But you know, as I said a few words this morning already, but something I want to emphasize about him is that I the most special thing about my relationship with him is that before I came to this country, I never had friends of my own age group. I mentioned that this morning, but I need to emphasize that because he is one of the best friends I have of my own age group. You see, in England, I had people my own age group, but they're in the Western lifestyle. And when you're in this kind of dharmic lifestyle, it doesn't work too well, you know. I mean, you can be friends with them. I'm not saying enemies or anything like that, but close friendship cannot be there if you are not in the same direction in life. And I found a dear brother who is in the same direction in life as me. And you know, the way he has chosen to celebrate his birthday. Today is the day of Ekadashi, by the way. Actually, Kamika Ekadashi. And also, he performed puja this morning. And he is keeping the celebration in accordance with that. And that is something I highly respect about him. That he upholds the culture very well. His knowledge of music and everything, and his knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Now, Panditji will, our Pandits will elaborate on this, that we have strengths and weaknesses. And honestly, the thing I have focused most on is Karma Kand, the performance of puja. Honestly speaking, if you ask me to give a discourse on Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it will be on a very basic level. I will frankly admit that. He knows many more shlokas of Bhagavad Gita than I do. And that is something I highly respect about him as well. And his knowledge of philosophy and everything is so vast. And all of these different discussions we have together is so, you know, detailed. Oh God, which one memory now? I'm still thinking on to now, you know, honestly. Am I the first person you told that to? No, on the phone a few days ago. He warned me a few days ago, come up with a special memory that I can remember with him. And I've been thinking from then on to now, and I'm still thinking as of this moment. So you have a very long wait. But one of the very special memories, I will say one of the very special memories is the first few phone calls with him. Because at first, I didn't know him well in person. We have encountered each other in Mandir and so on before, but I didn't know who he was, and he didn't know much of who I was either. And he was looking for somebody to teach Hindi for the children. He does a lot for the community as well. That is something else great about him. And he asked Pandit Ganesh, I think it was, to recommend somebody. Pandit Ganesh recommended myself. And then our first few conversations on the phone, you know, were very enlightening. It transpired that he knows Panditji. I know Panditji Satyanand family in England as well. We made a connection there already. And then the second phone call we had, he asked, now I don't know if you will, who do you think is older, me or him? Tell me. Somebody answer, who is older, me or him? And how much older than him do you think I am? Oh, God, you all are really shy to answer any question. Don't worry, I won't be offended. But you see, that one of the first initial conversations we had on the phone, he said, you don't mind me asking a very personal question. Is somebody trying to answer at the back there? How older, much older am I than him? My son is giving everybody my age back there. Okay, all right. So when we were talking on the phone, he said, "Do you mind if I ask you a very personal question?" So I get nervous and I said, Yes, what's the question?" He said, "How old are you?" And then when I told him that I am the same age as Pandit Ganesh, in fact, 2 months younger than Pandit Ganesh, he was very shocked. And he said, "Oh, you have a much more mature look," which is a very polite way of saying, "Oh, you look proper old for that age you're supposed to have." So at least he was very diplomatic with that. Yes, yeah. I supposed to black my hair for today, but I didn't get time to do that. Yeah, I was going to black my hair before I tell the story. Then you all would have said, "Oh, you're not that much older than him." But in fact, I'm only 2 years, what? No, how old? 42. Yes, I'm 2 years older than him only. And, but I may look a lot older than him, but we have so much in common. We're both Cancerians. We're both born in July. We both eat enough pepper for 10 people each. We have so much, and every time Yogi says something about himself, my wife says, "Oh, I can really see you all two were born in the same month," because every time he says something about himself, she hears about something, similar in me also. So as I said before, there's too many things, and I'll stand here all night. Once I crank up talking about my dear brother here, I'm not going to stop. So I better stop myself, and thank you all for bearing with me. There are many, many more memories, but another time I'll have to elaborate on those. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Pandit Satish Dev, sharing just those memories with us. And yes, indeed, each one of us have that unique connection. That's what makes Yogi so special. To move things along at this time, let me welcome to the microphone no other than the apples of Mama and Papa's eye, the sweetheart, the golden girl. Let's give her a round of applause, please, for Divya. You would have seen on many platforms where Divya would have accompanied her dad in various genres, singing. And if it's one thing that I know Divya will aspire to be in time to come, is to be a wonderful musician. She has the traits of her great-grandfather, her grandfather, her father, and definitely she's in good hands. And I know she has a far way to go, and with support from yourself, myself, and everyone here, we all grow with Divya as well. So let's give her a round of applause. She has something special for Papa. Without any ado, Divya ji.
Sitram, namaste everybody. Oh, before I start today, I would like to say happy birthday, Papa. I love you so much, and thank you for everything you do for me. For the memory, there's so many, but I don't think I can share one because it would embarrass both of us. So I'm gonna skip on that today, but I'll tell you later. And I hope you guys enjoy. प्यार का नगमा है मौजों की रवानी है एक प्यार का नगमा है मौजों की रवानी है जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं तेरी मेरी कहानी है प्यार का नगमा
Thank you very much. Now I know how my dad feels when he hears me sing. So I think she deserves another big round of applause for that. This morning, my brother Panaganeshwar was here all the way from Florida, and he did a very small puja at home, and he came in right as we did Ganpati puja. So Ganpati also came, right? He said, "So you called me, so I came." So he was talking about how much of a perfectionist I am. I may not be good in things that I like to do, but I try to be the best at what I do to my own, limitations. So I think that trait of mine has rubbed off on Divya, and she only has been practicing the song for 6 months, so not too long. But I would like to say that she performed it with a lot of confidence here this evening, and it's indeed an honor for her to perform it alongside my brother musicians. My dear brother Vikash Mazir on the keyboard. Please give him a big round of applause. And of course, my brother from day one, the very first musician friend I've had in this country, Anand Prasad. Please give him a big round of applause. So nowadays, if you start a song off slow, you better believe it's going to end fast if Anand is playing for you over time.
Indeed, Yogi stole my line when he said that what a joy to have Divya to him, to his father. And as someone open in a remark to know that every parents have expectation of children. And today when we see our children carry themselves in such way where they can hold their heads high, that's all parents want, nothing more. And one thing I'll say to children, the highest place that you can ever go, despite how many letters may be behind your name, is the feet of your parents. Because when in turn they would have raised their right hand and blessed you, your days for sure upon the face of this earth is nothing but destined with goodness. So yes, indeed, this is a very happy day, and you can well imagine, and this sentiment will continue tonight flows when Madanji will come up and make his contribution. Certainly, certainly so. So the car is still driving. And so yes, they're approaching a bridge. And then to their left, they saw the Empire State Building glowing. And of course, music is going, and they're still heading to New Jersey to perform this puja. So without any ado, let me ask they're enjoying this music. Let's welcome Chacha Jerry to the microphone, please. Now, I know Chacha Jerry. I've known his family, and they're very comic, comedian, very jovial, lively. So, Yogi, I don't know if you're going to get a greet or a roast, but prepare yourself. No, I know. So let's give him a round of applause, please.
Thank you. It is indeed a wonderful night, and the atmosphere seems to be so good with all the predictions that the weather will be hot and whatsoever it is. Tonight is a very special night for me, for my family, especially my eldest brother, who has brought into our family this wonderful Yogi. Unfortunately, Yogi was not my favorite. My favorite was the one who passed away, and I had had so much confidence in him that until this day I was lying down in bed and I was thinking about him. Like tonight would have been what a night. When he died, part of me died, I can tell you that. Because the eldest one in the family, you always look forward for him to be somebody. Like my eldest brother, he never let us down. And regardless of what feeling that situation is, even an argument on the road, you better believe it, the Jagdevs are not down here. And tonight, I'm very glad to have with me our village priest, who I grew up with. And we have shared so much memories, cricket, mandir, all things. But tonight is your night, Yogi. And as I'm your Chachaji, I want to wish you all the best in life, son. All the memories I have with you is when I take you guys to the back dam to Pekin. Right? And I was telling you guys, don't sit on the end of the vehicle. Guys are choking away. Don't worry about that, chacho. But I take them one time to the racetrack at 70, and I was the local commentator of the races, but I was watching for these guys that running around the whole place. Yogi, Yajna, Yaru, John, two boys, and Ramesh was with me at the corner there, very small. So these guys grew up with me a little bit, and all the memories that I have with them is just fun. Because I know what I was when I grew up with my uncle and the village people. That time has passed on and things move on. And Yogi is 40 years today. I can't believe that time has gone so fast. And I've missed so many things in life with my village people. Pandit Ji has left us and gone to Florida. And I tell you the truth, I really miss them. I know after the cricket match, we gather at their bottom house and next cricket playing there. We replay the match. And then Chow Tal time, Yogi was a small running around. What happened by? Just for 1 minute only. Game again. So I have a lot of memories with Yogi and Yajna, Yaru. And maybe I'm not their favorite uncle either. Because they didn't grow up with me actually. They grew up, their favorite one died here. So they memories share like that, but do we love them? Of course we love them. And we want to see they do good. I'm very in the footsteps of my father and his father also. Unfortunately, I didn't take that part. But maybe later on I will sing a song in this program. So and keep it short. Yogi, God bless you. And may you live to see many more.
Thank you so much, Chacha Jerry. Look, I'm an uncle. I have a lot of nephews. And I can only tell you how heartwarming it is when you see you have nephews so much caliber of this young man. It makes you grow inside with a special pride, not a false pride. So I relate to what Chacha Jerry was saying. Yes, and this relationship will continue to blossom and grow. My dear one, this evening we're very fortunate to have with us Maestro stalwarts in his own class. His hands on those ivory keys, whenever he touches it, the music just scintillates and awakens your heart to a high dimension. You know, he's no stranger to this family and to anyone. And certainly is someone who Yogeshes look up to. And of course, like a mentor. Together with the two of them as a combination, it's like the dynamic duo. Indeed, you're in for a treat. So help me welcome on stage. Let's put our hands together for Uncle Sultan. Please, as he will do for us, 2 items. And after Yaru, where are you? Get prepared. You'll be speaking afterwards.
Firstly, I would like to say Sitaram Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Rahmat Sultan. I'm Trinidadian, but born in Guyana. Yogi, 24 years ago, we contacted our eyes and our feelings and our enjoyment in the music. 24 years, 23, 24. So then he was about 18, about 18 at Shiva Mandir in Northern Boulevard. So from that time to now, I always try to surprise him. And tonight is one of the greatest surprises that he will feel, and hope that the Sultan family is here for him. So I want you all to welcome Nishad Sultan Caitlin Sultan and Kaylee Sultan. All the way from Trinidad. These guys, these little guys, Kaylee and Caitlin and Kaylee, their namesake in the homes of in Guyana, and especially Guyana, Trinidad, and in New York here in the Guyanese home and the Trinidad home. So tonight, Yogi is blessed, and this is my blessings and my gift to him.
Thank you.
To have my grandchildren here, my son, to celebrate the greatest 40 years, and you're still batting. So the cricket goes on. All right? I hope you can high. All right, so you want me to sing first? All right, so I would like my granddaughter Kelly. We did a song from New York to Trinidad, and we would like to render the song. It's one of I'm sure you all know the video, so we're going to celebrate this one firstly on the chat this evening here to commemorate the 40 years. So, huh? All right, so let's give it up for Caitlin.
Sitaram, everyone. I would like to say happy birthday, and I hope you guys enjoy this one.
One. B. ग्वाल बाल की मित्रता गोपियन की मनहार
तज के सब परवाल का ताज मुरली के का अपनों से मुख मोर के मथुरा चले रे का सुना सुना लागे तेरा जी का धाम गोकुल को छोड़ चले रे घनश्याम सुना सुना लागे तेरा जी का धाम गोकुल को छोड़ चले रे घनश्याम
चोर चले हैं घनश्याम चोर चले हैं घनश्याम चोर चले बजने रोए रे कवाले रोए बिरती गैया
रात कर रोए मन सुता ओ रात कर रोए मन सुता बिछड़े रहे सुना सुना रानी धीरज का धाम गोकुल को छोड़ चले घनश्याम बोल सके ना करके पंछी असुन से भरने ना असुन से भरने ना आजा गाना आजा गाना आजा गाना आजा गाना
आजा कान्हा नाजा कान्हा तू मेरे पिंजरे के नैना
नदियाँ रोए गिरवर रोए बेकारा का शाम
सुना सुना लागे जगी कान्हा गोकुल को छोड़ी चले रे घनश्याम
सुना रानी धीरज का धाम गोकुल को छोड़ चले घनश्याम
गोकुल को छोड़ी चले रे घनश्याम
गोकुल को छोड़ चले घनश्याम
प्रेम दीवानी राधा रानी
भरने नैन में पानी हो
प्रेम दीवानी राधा रानी करने नन में पानी
सबक सबक कहे आए गाना आए गाना आए गाना सबक सबक कहे आए गाना तूने बिरहा की तीर न जानी
कैसे कटेगी तुम बिन साथी कैसे कटेगी तुम बिन साथी
मन के अब शाम
सुना सुना लागे नीरज कान्हा गोकुल को छोड़ी चले रे घनश्याम गोकुल को छोड़ी चले रे घनश्याम गोकुल को छोड़ी चले रे घनश्याम गोकुल को छोड़ी चले रे घनश्याम
As Caitlin is getting her next song ready, I just want to say a couple of words about this song. If you know Uncle Sultan, you'll know that this is his anthem. Right, Trixie? Yeah, anywhere we go with this guy, he sings this song. He loves this song so much. And for him to share this song with you, Caitlin, I think is a very, very special thing. I think you guys recorded it, right? So that is an amazing memory that you'll keep for a very, very long time. I'll tell you this much. For those of you who are singers, you'll know that it's not an easy song to sing. And Caitlin is, how old again? She's only 11 years old, so I think she deserves a bigger round of applause. So you'll know how difficult this song is to sing. You know, as a little boy, I grew up hearing my dad sing this song all the time in Guyana. Until I became older, then I could have even attempted this song. I attempted it, and then I liked it. It worked out for me, and I started singing it. Now, seldomly my dad sings it. I sing it more often. But I only sing it when Uncle Sultan is not with me that day. Okay? Because I have to yield to greatness. So, Caitlin, you're very blessed. And also one more thing. You know, nowadays, my dad is being introduced as Yogesh's dad or Yogi's dad. When we were younger, it was, oh, this is Maran's son. Now the tables have turned, right? The same way when, when we're going to play a gig and people ask, oh, do you have a keyboard player to come accompany you? I said, yes, I have Uncle Sultan. They're like, well, who's Sultan? Oh, you know Caitlin and Kaylee and Nishad? Oh, that's their grandfather and that's their dad. So the tables have turned indeed. If she could do one film song and then we'll move along with the program. All right? Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Caitlin also sang for the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, on his visit to Trinidad just recently. And I remember her singing Satyam Shivam Sundaram, which you'll know is also not a very difficult song. And she totally did it with so much grace and so much melody. So that's another moment you need to be very proud of. Big hand for the parents as well.
मैं तुलसी तेरे आंगन की, मैं तुलसी तेरे आंगन की, कोई नहीं मैं, कोई नहीं मैं, कोई नहीं मैं तेरे साजन की, मैं तुलसी तेरे आंगन की, कोई नहीं मैं, कोई नहीं मैं, कोई नहीं मैं तेरे साजन की, मैं तुलसी तेरे आंगन की, मैं तुलसी। द्वार परे परे तरस गए, आज उमर कर बरस गई, द्वार परे परे तरस गए, आज उमर कर बरस गई, प्यासे बदले सावन की, मैं तुलसी तेरे आंगन की, मैं तुलसी। मांग तेरे सिंदूर में तेरा, सब कुछ मेरा, कुछ नहीं तेरा, मांग तेरे सिंदूर में तेरा, सब कुछ तेरा, कुछ नहीं मेरा, मोहे सुगंध तेरे असुअन की, मैं तुलसी तेरे आंगन की, you.
Truly very inspirational.
So I have one.
So let's give Caitlin another round of applause, please. And of course, accompanying on harmonium is proud grandfather, Uncle Sultan. Truly, you know, I'll say it with all due respect tonight. Yogi had reached out to quite a few of his other colleagues to be with him. And with some sort of a disappointment, or for whatever the reason could be, they couldn't make it at a last moment cancellation. And I know that in his heart he was thinking, how am I going to fill this night? What was going to happen? He had trust and faith to know that the night will be nice, and you know, if the musicians who are here would certainly do their fair share of goodness. I just told him, Bhagwan may not come, but he sends. And truly tonight, Caitlin, thank you so much, your grandfather. We truly appreciate your presence here. And just to say that this just gel mesh the relationship that exists with your father and Yogesh. Another round of applause, please. At this time, let's welcome to the microphone Yadu. We're waiting for him as he's coming. Sam, please be prepared. You'll be doing for us 2 items. So the car is driving. They're enjoying the skylights, all the skyscrapers. And my dear sister say in the back, how much time have we got past the Empire State Building? Needless to say, the bridge. Needless to say, what happened was they were playing around with the stereo and the GPS, and instead of going to the puja, they were going back home. But that all goes when you're a young driver and you're excited driving. Needless to say, they got to the place, did the puja, and all was well. Now let's welcome Yadu, please. Let's give him a round of applause. Chacha Jerry didn't roast the man, so maybe you'll do it. All right.
You made a bad choice tonight.
Oh, gosh.
Sitaram, namaste. Good evening to everyone. I'm pretty much, all the faces are familiar. It's nice to see Satnandada. Yeah, only for Yogi, definitely. No, just joking. Where do I start? I have to say that I'm proud, very proud, of Yogi's accomplishments and his achievements. You know, growing up, we always fight. Me and him always fight. But I think it made our bond stronger over the years. We always disagree because Yogi's a unique fella, you know. You gotta know Yogi. If you don't know Yogi, you'll be very offended, you know. He offends a lot of people, you know. And Yogi really don't care what he says. So sometimes you gotta take it with a little grain of salt. He's a very flamboyant person. He's a very charismatic person. And sometimes he reminds me of my dad too much. Because they always want to be right. And you know, they're always trying to prove you wrong. Even if they go to the lengths in the end, you're going to get proved you wrong, right? See what I'm saying? See? He's right? Always right. Even in cricket, he's always right. A field that he's rarely into, he's right. What he knows, he's right. You can't tell him no. In his musical career and his musical background, I am extremely proud. I always told him that he has a very amazing voice. He's a combination of a little sweetness and the power of my dad. There's times when he would do videos and he would send them to me. You know, even though I'm not that big in the music scene, he would ask me for my opinion. And I would tell him, I'll give him some feedback. Even if he's singing somewhere, he'll be like, how did I sound when he finished and came outside? But I believe that's like a family thing because my dad used to do that too, right? But I always tell him he sounds good. And if the music is off, I'll tell him, hey, your voice was not coming through fine because I could only hear the music only in the back. And then he will listen to it and he'll recognize that as well. We have a lot of fun memories together. I wouldn't share them tonight. I don't want to put him on the spot. But Yogi has always been there for me through thick and thin, whether we fight, whether we have ups and downs. If I pick up my phone and I call him, he'll definitely answer, and he'll definitely respond to me. Um, the love we share is an amazing one. The loss of our brother just bring us even so much more closer. And I always tell him, I go through a lot, health-wise, and I always think about him, and I tell him, take care of yourself, because I wouldn't want to live without losing my brother, because I only have one left, and me and my family. So I want him to live a long life, a happy life, and he's doing everything in his power to do so. He even called me after stuff happened to me, and he said, listen, I pray a little bit every morning. I didn't even go to the Monday or not, do these certain things. Because, sometimes I'm a little wayward, may not do things and so. But it's a blessing to have a brother just like my father. Because, people are not going to be with us for the rest of our lives. But he gives me the same inspiration as my dad would give me. And he would call me and give me advice and tell me, do this, do that. And the knowledge both of them had give me, I don't need to go to any mandir. I don't need to sit down and listen to any pundit. I believe I was raised with so much knowledge. I have Satnandara here. We grew up in front of him. And there was so much knowledge that sometimes when I speak outside, people want to know, how do I know these things? Even some of these pundits don't know the things we know because of the knowledge that we were given. And, we share a lot of fun memories, me and him. I used to make fun of him because he's not that of a good cricket player. And he makes fun of me, telling me I'm singing Jai Govinda Gopala everywhere I go. That's the song I know. He told me that when you sing, right, you got to sing something you know so people don't laugh at you. So I'm singing the song because that's the song I know, right? You said that to me, so I'll take your advice. But nevertheless, I'm proud of you, my brother. I love you, and I wish you long life and happiness, and continue to do what you're doing. It's amazing, and I wish that we ride to the end. Thank you.
Come on, y'all can do a lot better than that. Come on, another round of applause. And I assure you this, listening to Yadu speaks, I know that this bondhood of brotherhood will continue to last for eternity. And of course, it's always good to have a good critique, and you couldn't have a better one than Yadu. Another round of applause, please. At this time, my dear ones, it's my pleasure and distinct honor to invite my daughter-in-law, Samantha G, to come up on stage. She will do for us 2 items. And as she's making her way up, what amazes me is to see how children grew up. Children gets married, and children are parents. And the camaraderie that they have in their own busy schedule continues to grow as parents who, when we had them as little ones. You'll notice Yogesh, little boy, was here with Anand on the tabla. And that is only to tell us that the love for music is in their blood, and that to the next generation, this will continue. And I'm so happy that for their brother, that they're here to give him a support, because they are the generation now. And time to come, we'll be all gone, and the younger ones that are here will be in the forefront. So of course, we do give them our support. So without any ado at this time, we'll listen to Sam, as she will do for us 2 items. After that, Crystal, please be prepared.
Namaste, everyone. On behalf of our family, Anand, Aditya, Sanjana, and Ayush, Yogi, we would love to wish you a happy, happy, happy special birthday on a special decade. You're 10 years older than I am. So I don't remember exactly which year we met, but it was probably around the same time that I met Anand, maybe a little bit after, because I met you through him. And I would just like to say that we've always had a very, very special relationship, a very loving and respectful relationship, brother-sister relationship that I've always cherished through all the moments in our lives. You know, before I even got engaged to Anand and got married, and then all the babies came, we maintained that relationship no matter what, and we share all the different stages in life together. So, again, I do cherish that, and you're probably one of the few that would get me up here to sing. Busy with the kids and everything, so you know we're not able to do it as much as we love, but that's the bond that brought us together. Music brought us together, and it also helped to maintain that special bond. So again, I do hope that it stays forever, and I know it will. We love you so dearly, and we're so happy to be part of your family and that you're part of our family. So enjoy this song. किसी रंज से को हवा दो कि मैं जिंदा हूँ अभी किसी रंज से को हवा दो कि मैं जिंदा हूँ अभी मुझको एहसास दिला दो कि मैं जिंदा हूँ अभी किसी रंजिश को हवा दो कि मैं जिंदा हूँ अभी मुझको एहसास दिला दो कि मैं जिंदा हूँ मेरे रुकने मेरी सांस भी रुक जाएगी मेरे रुकने मेरी सांस भी रुक जाएगी फासले और बढ़ा दो कि मैं जिंदा हूँ अभी मुझको एहसास
for a big round of applause. Come on, put your hands together. You know, I still remember the first time I heard of Sam's before meeting her. Anna and I went to do a gig in Florida. I believe it was for one of Satyanada's events. We went to Florida. And Anna and I are just hanging out, and he says to me, he's like, bro, I met this girl. I said, who's this girl? He's like, man, you got to hear her sing. So I said, what do you mean? Like, how does she sing? Like, tell me. He's like, I don't know how to tell you. She sings as well as I play tabla. That's how he described her to me. I believe I said this on the Mehendi night also too, right? And I'll tell you about Anna, and I asked Uncle Bal to, I'm giving you a heads up, brother, after Sam sing the second song, you're saying a few words. I remember meeting Anna and my dear sisters, Sonali, Sandy, at a puja with Satyanada when I first came to this country. It's probably second week in or first weekend or something like that. Satyanada came and picked me up, and he's like, no ifs and buts, you're coming with me to this puja. And that was the greatest blessing he gave me, because he blessed me with two very, very talented friends that are even my brothers and sisters, I call them today. And I remember how much in awe I was of Anand's playing. So when Anand told me that Samantha sings as well as he plays, I couldn't wait to meet her. And then I remember it was at Mahalakshmi Mandir on 101 Avenue the first time I heard her sing. Yes, it was during a Jag Dare, and I heard her sing, and she blew my mind, as I'm sure she did to all of you here this evening. This next song is a request I made of her to sing for me here, and I'm sure you'll enjoy this one even more than the first one, because you'll actually know the second song. The first one was for the people who understands music and love music, but this one is a popular one. Between Sandy, Samantha, and Vishwani, we used to do a lot of rehearsals, a lot of practicing, a lot of riyaz. Right, Auntie Kumari? Auntie Seema? We'd be at your houses at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Or even we will be at Soydam Street in Brooklyn, that late. And we would all practice, Sarigama, Alankars and all these things. And I always used to tell Sam that out of the three of them, she has the cleanest vocals that I've heard. Sandy is the sweet one with the most melodious. And Vishwani is with the strength, She has that strong voice. Over to you, Sam.
So this one is at your request. चरखा मेरा रंगला चरखा मेरा रंगला विच सोने दिया मेरा चरखा मेरा रंगला विच सोने दिया मेरा वे मैं तेरी याद करा जब चरखे चरखा मेरा रंगला विच सोने दिया मेरा
Truly very beautifully done. And I'll tell you this, that all the performances that you're enjoying so far, they never rehearse with each other. That's because they're all accomplished musicians. You know, in the older years, everyone will sing by ear, sung. These were the lucky ones to study music, ragas and notes to its fullest. And the thing that makes me so happy is to know the way Maranji and myself would have lived, and all the older folks that are here, and to see that our children is carrying on the same relationships. It makes you feel, it gives you that warm feeling on the inside. And I'm so happy for that. And again, a round of applause, please. I know we're getting late, but the night is going along, and I hope you're enjoying the program. With us this evening are some of Yogi's high school friends. And so at this time, I would like to ask all of them, please, if they can make their way up to make their contribution this evening, would appreciate it. While we're waiting for them, at this time, I invite to the microphone Pandit Satyanand Sharma, who have made a special trip all the way from Florida to be with us. And, you know, this relationship that exists here. Where do I begin? Where do I start? All I want to say is I'm fortunately blessed through meeting of him to have this relationship with Yogesh, with his father, my children. And I know that this bond that exists today will last for eternity, because my relationship with Pandit Satyanand, believe it or not, was in a yagya at a satsang. And that's how we build relationship. And the relationship that emanates out of those environments, I assure you, will be on for a long, long time. I am so happy to see you here. You know, we spoke, and he said that he was going to come, but he was not sure. And when I saw him, I was at an awe. So let's welcome to the microphone, please, as he now greets us. And of course, he's from the village, of course.
Namaskar. I think Yogi prefers the sharing of some memories, and so I'll do a couple. They're good ones, and they're not so good ones. So let me start with one that is not so good. Might I add that's personal, right? Because some time back, I went to a puja and someone gave me this kurta. And when I came home and I looked at it, I told my wife, you know, I'm never wearing that, right? She goes like, there might be an occasion. So when I decided to come today, she says, well, if you wear this only once, it will be today, because Yogi is the guy who's known to wear the most glamorous kurtas in the whole world. Sometimes when you look at his kurtas, you think they're customized for him. So my wife said, well, the least you can do is try to keep up with some of Yogi's priorities. And so, Yog, please take this kurta off of me when I'm done. So that's a not so pleasant memory, experience. But on a more serious note, yeah, so we have a kurta tradition also, right? Um, when I realized Yoga is turning 40, I remembered, when we had the mandir in the village, myself and my family, we had blissful experiences only with the Jagdeo's family in different walks of life, cricket, mandir, and other ways. And so we used to have Sunday morning satsang, and it starts at 7:30 a.m. And so the children of the village would come to prepare the satsang. And so 4 or 5 of the children would come. Yogi would be one of them, to clean the Havan Kun, prepare the asan, and so. And then all of a sudden, much earlier than the other children would come, there's someone at the door knocking, and it's Yogi. I'm like, what are you doing here so early? Yogi wanted to be ahead of the other boys to come and set up the satsang. This is a real story. And so when the other boys knew, they came earlier, and Yogi came even earlier the other week, to the point where he's almost waking me up very early Sunday morning. And as I replayed that video in my head, this is in the early 90s. That is the interest he had in the mandir and dharma and righteous association. I met his son, Vaibhav, just a few weeks ago, and when I saw him smile, outside of the fact that, Jagdev was written all over this child's face, when I saw him smile, that is exactly the smile Yogi had when he was 5, 6 years old, and coming to the mandir and trying to do everything before everybody else. And so I'm pleased to know that today he has grown with that same interest. And outside of that, he has brought up a beautiful family. For me, he is this little boy that used to run around in the village. And today, he's a most responsible father with a dulhan that we all know from the quarantine. And they were in Florida a few days ago. And 2 young adults, after he left, were telling me about the bhavana of Yogi's daughter, Divya. And when that kind of comments and feedback are coming from these 2 young adults, if you know these 2 young adults, you will know that that means a lot. They have absolute appreciation for the child that Yogi and Dulhan have brought up. They spoke of her bhavana, and I'm so proud of you, Yog. Exciting little Vaibhav, but Divya is a reflection of who you are. As he's grown up, when he came to this country, he told you that, we started reassociating ourselves, and we've had conversations. And one of the things we discussed, because a core belief of mine is that if you want freedom in life, then there's one thing, in my opinion, that you should do, and it's something that no education can bring you. It is something that no wealth can buy you. It is something that no accomplishments can afford you. Because he was a talented young man growing up, and sometimes talent almost comes with a sense of false pride attached to it, because most people think that is how it should be. I'm really pleased to know that Yogi has grown up as a most talented young man. You all know him, I don't have to tell you that. But he maintained simplicity. And we always talked about that the only thing that sets you free is simplicity. He grew up like that, and I'm not surprised, because I grew up in front of his father. and I know the upbringing that the Jagdeos had in front of Uncle Jagdeo and Auntie Day. So those of you who know Yogi now, this is not a fly-by-night thing. This is a conditioning from 2 generations ago at least. And so as he became talented and very popular, sometimes I go to do things, and the only way I'll feel comfortable is if he's with me. I think we've gone to Canada, and we've gone to Guyana, and we've gone to the UK, and we've gone to many parts of the US. And if he's not there, I feel like I can't do this. Yogi goes everywhere. When people in Florida would ask me that they want to raise some funds for the mandir. And I said, don't worry, I'll help you. And I am only speaking on Yogi's strength. I've asked him many times. He went to Florida many times, and he's held shows with hundreds of people alone as a singer. He's raised a lot of money. These are things people may not know, or not everyone would know. In Florida and other places, he raised a lot of money for mandirs, and his fee was always 0. And so the contributions that he has made to society are ones that not would only be around now, but for the future, because he's helped to build mandirs. I'll stop here because I can go on all night talking about Yogi. By the way, this all the singing was beautiful, but I want to just point out this young lady, Caitlin, is it? Stunningly beautiful singer at such a young age. I've never met the family. I think I met Uncle G last week, right? 2 weeks ago. But the last show that, we say Uncle Yogi? Uncle Yogi? So the last show he did in Guyana, we had more than 1,000 people, and he was the main singer. So we'll have another one, and I want you to come with him. Right? This is a show in my village. We're both from the same village. And so I want you to go there. So Yog, I'm pleased to see who you've become, and just stay who you are. That's all I can ask of you. And thank you for all that you've done for society and for humanity. And happy birthday. I know Madanji is very busy as the videographer here, but I'd like for him to come and be by Yogi's side as we recite a few prayers of blessings. I know most of you would want to wish Yogi well. You may not come here and speak or sing a song, but if you can repeat a few words after me. This is a Vedic mantra to wish Yogi well, to wish him happy birthday. Simple mantra, Pashem Sharada Shatam Jivem Sharada Shatam, I want you to, the season, right? The autumn season, like Sharad Navratri. Shatam means 100. So we're wishing him 100 years. Srinuyam Sharada Shatam, that he should be able to hear, Prabhavan Sharada Shatam, that he should be able to speak for 100 years, and so on. So if it's okay with you, please repeat after me, because this is your way of wishing Yogi a happy birthday in a most meaningful manner. So if you're ready. Om Pashem Sharada Shatam. Can you say that? Pashem Sharada Shatam Jivem Sharada Shatam Srinuyam Sharada Shatam Prabhavam Sharada Shatam Adinasyam Sharada Shatat Om Bhajatare Girjapatim. Say with me. Pratidinam Kushalam Jaya Mangalam. Pratidinam means every day. Kushalam Jaya Mangalam, that may peace and victory come his way. Pratidinam Kushalam Jaya Mangalam श्रीर्वर्चस्यमायुष्यमारोग्यमाविधाता शोभमानं महीयते धनं धान्यं पशुबहुपुत्रलाभं शतसंवत्सरं दीर्घमायुः हरिः ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Thank you.
Just a couple of words about Satyanada. I think maybe me and Yadu are the only two people that still calls him Satyanada. Growing up at the Mandir at 73 Village. Just to tell you how close we are, when we were younger, my dad used to say to us that you guys sing and talk and act like Satyanan. Satyanada has been a very strong supporter of mine over the years. And even though we're not related through blood, I feel like we're even closer than that. This morning, Gan made the puja special by showing up and being there with myself and Pandit Sateshji, because we share such a close bond. And I think Satyananda made this evening perfectly completed by being here. So thank you so much. Over to Uncle Bal.
So let me echo the sentiments that Yogi have just shared. And a thought had come to my mind, and Shakespeare has said, "Show me your friends, and I'll tell you who you are." By mere association with noble or righteous people who are to write, denotes and depicts the individual whose life today we celebrate. And I said this with all humility and humbleness because I've known Yogi for a very, very long time, migrating here to the United States. So my dear ones, as we go along, we'll celebrate the sentiments. And now I would like to invite to the microphones Yogesh's high school friends that are here with him to celebrate. Please, you all, if you could make your way up. And as they're doing so, Crystal will get prepared, so she'll be doing for us the next item. And then we'll follow through it, my dear brother Madanji. So again, Yogesh's high school friends. Don't be shy. Come on up. Come on up. So let's give him a round of applause. Come on. Come on. Give your shoes. It's okay. You'll introduce yourselves so we all will know who you are. And of course, you'll give your presentation. Don't go too close because you might get a feedback on that.
I would like to invite my brother Usher also to come up and join them. Come, Josh. You said how to sing. Why you gotta be me? Share memory, bro. Who else? Where's Hema? She left? Hema. All right, I know you guys are not shy, so let's do this. Come on.
Are we waiting for Hema? Namaste, everyone.
I sound like this, please. People not see it. I come for the stage, you know. Correct. Yeah, that's the thing.
Come closer.
Come, my sexy.
All right. This group here, I don't know how to say it. This 30 plus years in the making, and our friendship has been strong. And like I was hearing Yadu's speech earlier about everything is debatable with Yogi, and it's quite correct. But nevertheless, it always makes us get along, interesting, and make our friendship go along. And happy 40th, my brother. I know you were the eldest in the class by a few months. So you're 40, we're coming up there too.
Coming soon.
Yes, coming soon. I wish you all the best, bro.
Thank you,
All right? And over to Yogesh. Another Yogesh.
Good evening. My name is Yogesh also. Like Vishal just said that we have known each other for 30 years. I remember Yogi when we met the first time, that was in primary school. Remember? We went for the debate. Yeah.
At a debate.
Yeah. But unfortunately, his school lost. And knowing the type of person that he is, that didn't sit well with him. But hey, that's what it is. At least that was a fact, right?
Listen, man, how do we partner? How do we partner?
I know. But us coming over here, continuing the friendship, and we see each other now and then. We have our family, we hang out, and it's been good. And hopefully, we could continue it. Okay, my brother, I wish you happy 40th. We're all right behind you. Am I?
Thank. Namaste, everybody. My name is Ryan Sahadio. It's the same, all of us has known Yogi for 30 plus years. And he's one of the most religious guy in our group. we are from the regular guys, you know. Yeah. So normally he sometimes he fall in the conversation, but mostly he's on the good side. So there's nothing bad to say about him. He's a very good guy.
Thank you, Ryan.
Happy 40th birthday, bro.
Thank you, Ryan. I'll give you the $20 later. This is very special because I've never heard my brother Ryan give a speech in public before. Here's the next verse.
Hi, namaste everyone. My name is Hema. I'm going to keep it short. I just want to say happy 40th.
Share a memory. A memory you have.
I don't have good memories with you. Okay. And we all are right behind you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Namaste and Sitaram, everybody. I think most of us here have the same thing to say about Yogi, but Yogi and I and my husband Usha, and Tina, we share a very special bond. We're like brothers and sisters for many reasons. Yogi knows. We wish him all the best, with lots of love, prosperity, and happiness. Wish him success in everything he does. The friendship have been long and blossoming forever. Who know Yogi know his personality is very strong. But our relationship as friends lost this long because respect. We have respect for each other, and that's why. He met my husband when we got married, and the friendship have been great. And I hope this continue forever. Nobody called Tina up here. She's supposed to say something first. But on behalf of Tina also, she wished her husband a very happy birthday. Oh, she's gonna be here. Okay. And Yogi, Tina stand behind you with everything. And so do we. So we wish you a happy 40th birthday. We love you very much.
Namaste, everybody. All right. My name is Usha Deva Balgobin. That's my wife, Maya, my son, Veer, and my little Sanvi's right there. On behalf of the four of us, we want to wish our brother Yogi a very happy, healthy, and prosperous 40th birthday, all right? I was able to know Yogi through the marriage with my wife, and I have to say, I was always called the challenger boy. She didn't want me to meet any of them as yet, so I finally broke the silence and me and Yogi talked. And one thing I could tell you about Yogi, you got to come strong with him, especially when it comes down to the religion. All right, we talk many talks, great talks about the Ramayana, the Mahabharata. You educate me on a lot of things. I just want to say, truthfully, I respect you. I love you like an older brother. I don't have an older brother, you know that. I think the bond that Yadu, you and I share as well is like a brotherly bond. And I wish you nothing but the best. Cheers, brother. Love.
I have a request for the kirtan. If they could sing one song of my request. Ye dostati hum nahi torenge. This friendship will not break.
We'll save that for Nishad very soon. Thank you. Hang on, bro.
Oh, and I got this biscuit for. I bring it up here for a reason, but I forgot to say something.
You look like you bring a biscuit for yourself, why? I see how you're holding on to the biscuit. Let's give him a round of applause, please. It's nice to know that friends that you started many years ago, that bond still continues. And in the society and the place that we live, these are the little things which is important. So let's move our program along. And of course, on stage is Crystal. No stranger to any one of us. Anytime I see her anywhere, I always say, good things come in small packages. And she's got a voice that will knock your socks off if you're wearing one tonight. So we can't wait to hear you, Crystal. And of course, on Dolak will be no other than the maestro, Sachinji. So let's give him a round of applause, please.
Sitaram, everyone. Before I start, I'd just like to wish my brother Yogi a happy 40th birthday. You look great. And I know why you look great. It's because they say behind every successful man, there's a good woman, and that's Tina. So we want to shout out Tina as well. I know that this would not be possible if it wasn't for Tina and Divya, and of course our little man who's coming up here. And I know he's going to be a great musician as well, like his father. Yogi's asking everyone to share a memory. Honestly, like, I'm not the person to speak on the microphone. Like, whenever we would go to pujas or any events, Yogi knows that I leave that up to him. Like, that's his thing. But, you know, if I had to share a memory out of so many, I would say that when we did used to go to pujas every weekend, you know, we would just be like, I'm not even eating 7 curry. They were like, are you gonna eat that? We're like, no, we're not eating that. So then Yogi would always take us out for a treat. And ever since then, yeah, we went to Jersey, we went to Bahama Breeze and everything, you know? So I would have to say, we didn't only bond through music, but we bonded through food. And we had some great laughs and memories that I could, you know, I cherish for life. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're fasting, but you know, so that's one thing that I can say that I can share. And you know, Yogi's always been an older brother to me, and you know, I would say that he's a very smart person. I know that if I was ever in trouble, that I can turn to Yogi, and he would be there for me. I can't, you know, Yogi's always, you know, he's always been a person that I can talk to, and I admire that about him and the way that he raises his children. So I wish you nothing but the best. We love you, Yogi, and thank you for having us to be a part of this program. जिए तो जिए कैसे हैं बिना आपके जिए तो जिए कैसे हैं बिना आपके लगता नहीं दिल कहीं बिना आपके जिए तो जिए कैसे हैं बिना आपके
as Crystal is getting her second song ready, I just want to talk about Sachin for a couple of minutes. Sachin was my drummer for most of his youth, actually, and someone I'm very, very proud of. And he has for me, he has the quickest hands in New York, man. And every time I hear you, bro, it's a pleasure. I also want to shout out all of you lovely people for being here this evening and for hanging out. I hope you're enjoying the music. I hope you're enjoying the refreshments. I hope you're enjoying the food. I'm certainly enjoying your company. So thank you for being here. Special welcome to my dear friend Candy and Jay. Thank you guys for being here. I was really hoping to see Jay in a kurta here this evening, but I think Sunil tell him not to wear it. Sunil needed some help with the t-shirt business over there. And that includes Ravi too. I think you guys, oh, Ravi is wearing a kurta. Look at that. Very nice. Ravi's my next door neighbor. I give you my minute powerhouse. That's what I call her.
I know Yogi likes older songs, so I didn't get to prepare the one you requested me, but I think you'll enjoy this one more instead. मेरे नसीब में तू है कि नहीं, तेरे नसीब में मैं हूँ कि नहीं, मेरे नसीब में तू है कि नहीं, तेरे नसीब में मैं हूँ कि नहीं, ये हम क्या जाने, ये वही जाने जिसने लिखा है सबका नसीब। मेरे नसीब में तू है कि नहीं, तेरे नसीब में तू है कि नहीं, तेरे नसीब में एक दिन ख्वाब में वो मुझे मिल गया, एक दिन ख्वाब में वो मुझे मिल गया, देख कर जो मुझे फूल सा खिल गया, शर्मा गई मैं हाय हाय घबरा गई हाय हाय हाय, शर्मा गई मैं हाय हाय घबरा गई हाय हाय हाय, शर्मा गई मैं घबरा गई मैं, कहने लगा वो आकर करीब, मेरे नसीब में तू है कि नहीं, तेरे नसीब में मैं हूँ कि नहीं, मेरे नसीब में तू है कि नहीं, तेरे नसीब में मैं हूँ कि नहीं। बात ये ख्वाब की सच मगर हो गई, बात ये ख्वाब की सच मगर हो गई, नौजवान मैं तुझे देख कर हो गई, आंखें मिली है हाय हाय दिल में मिली हाय हाय हाय, आंखें मिली है हाय हाय दिल में मिली हाय हाय हाय, आंखें मिली है दिल भी मिली है,
Oh, we could do better than that. Come on, give a big round of applause. I just want to tell you the rest of the program really quickly, so you'll stay till the end. My dad is up next, and then after that, we're followed by my dear sister Sonali, and after that, my brother Anil, and Nishad will close us off with some dance numbers. So will Anil as well. So those of you who like to dance, make sure you get your dancing shoes on. So sorry, Uncle Bal, but over to my dad. Just before he takes the microphone, I want you to give a big round of applause to my brother Vikash Mizir, who's technically in Florida right now, but he's still here. He'll be on his way soon as the program is over. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Sitaram, namaste, assalamu alaikum, good evening. Most competent MC, Buddy Bali, one of the best in New York. And I'm not saying this just because he's here. You know, I've heard him many times, and he's one of the best that we have. Our respected pundits, Pandit Satish Deo, Pandit Dwarka, and our Kul Guru, Pandit Satyanand, friends of Yogi, neighbors, well-wishers, ladies and gentlemen. I am so happy tonight. I'm so elated to, I always like singing sessions. I think it's a beautiful way of expression, and it's a wonderful way of expression. I'm so happy that we had Pandit Ganesh Ramsahai, who came and surprised us this morning at the puja. He's a very, very close friend and family, actually, Gan and us. And this evening, we're surprised with our Kul Guru, Pandit Satyanand, and with Caitlin and Kelly and all of. So I'm over the moon, so to speak. Pandit Satyanand is our Kul Guru, like I said. His great-grandfather, or great-grandfather, whatever it was, he used to perform puja for our family. Then his grandfather, Pandit Dayanand Sharma, and then his father, Pandit Vivekanand Sharma, and now he has been performing our ceremonies. Unfortunately, he performed the funeral for my first son, and then he performed the wedding ceremonies for both Yadu and Yogi. He flew all the way from America to Guyana at his own expense and everything. Yogi and Yadu look upon him as a guru, and as Yadu said, at the beginning, Yogi would imitate Sat. He would sing like Sat, and then he started to drive like Sat. I don't know if you ever see how Sat drives. He has one leg like this, and he had the automatic car. So the other one was on the thing, and we call him Brian Lara. He drives like Brian Lara. And when who was saying it, that when Yogi was all speed, and Trixie and I would have to pull him up, and said, no, son, I know you like how Sat drives, but don't drive like that, don't do that, So he imitated and many of his ways, and the respect, the love, and everything is still there. There's so many memories of Yogi that I can share and I can talk about, but what I want to talk about is one when we nearly lost him. We were living in Paramaribo, and my wife and his older brother and him, they went together to the market. And suddenly when my wife looked back, there was no Yogi, there was only Yajna. And she asked somebody to take care of Yajna, and she was frantically looking for him. And there was this a Negro lady who had Yogi by his hand, and she was about to enter a bus. And then my mother had to snatch him away from her and said, "Where are you taking my son?" And it's a good thing, just in the nick of time. Otherwise, we could have lost him. But so yes, there's so much I would like to we can reminisce on. And one other time, Yogi was creeping, and he wasn't talking much, and we had a fowl that was setting, and Yogi and the fowl came together, and the fowl raised up its hackles like that, and the Yogi started to talk. You. And that was really very funny. Yeah. But like I said, I'm happy and I'm proud for the person he has become. He is uplifting the name of the family and is keeping up the tradition. There were two things very important to us: cricket and singing, in the mandir. Uh, my father used to sing for the mandir for Sat's dad and grandfather. And Sat's father, Pandit Vivekanand Sharma, used to bet on my father. He said, I will bet my house and my land that nobody can win Jagdev to sing. Right, Sat? Yeah. And now Sat is doing the same thing. He's taking Yogi all over and exposing him. He's giving him the opportunity. He's taking him and, like he said, to perform a concert back home in our village. It was a very big, very big thing. And so the relationship is there. We are the singers and Sat and the Brahmin, and they're doing the Karmakan, right, Pandit Sat? So it's wonderful. You all heard my little granddaughter there, Divya. But I want to say that Yadu is no less talented than Yogi. No less. But I'll say it publicly, Yadu does not have the discipline. Talent without discipline, you can't develop it, right? And also, his two daughters are so very talented. You may not have heard them, but they are also very talented. And I hope that they will also be able to study music. I tell them when you go to school, take the music classes, piano, what have you, and so you can uplift yourself. I don't want to be long. I just want to sing probably 2 verses of this song. And just to remind Yogi and Yadu and everyone else in the family what we expect of them. तुझे सूरज कहूँ या चंदा, तुझे दीपक कहूँ या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज दुलारा। तुझे सूरज कहूँ या चंदा, तुझे दीपक कहूँ या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज दुलारा। मैं कब से तरस रहा था, मेरे आंगन में कोई खेले, नन्ही सी हंसी के बदले मेरी सारी दुनिया ले ले। तेरे संग झूठ रहा है मेरी बाहों में जग सारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज दुलारा। तुझे सूरज कहूँ या चंदा, तुझे दीपक कहूँ या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज दुलारा। आज उंगली तुझे सूरज कहूँ या चंदा, तुझे दीप कहूँ या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज दुलारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज दुलारा. Happy birthday, son. God bless you with long life, good health, and happiness always. Thank you.
The song that my dad here, Uncle Bob, just want to say two quick things. This song is bittersweet because the first time I heard my dad sing this song was when my older brother passed away. I don't know if you remember something like that on the 13-day shroud. So even though the song is fully laden with such great meaning, every time I sing it or every time I hear my dad sing it, it brings back those memories. Thank you again, Pa, for the lovely words. And like Yadu always say, and I echo the same sentiment, we're indeed very, very fortunate to have a father like you. And I hope that in every lifetime, moving forward, you can be my dad again. Thank you.
Let me just add to what Yogi you've just said. You know, it says a man's wealth, it's not measured by the assets that which he possesses, but his children. And how can we ever measure the magnitude of the talent and the gift that Yogi and Yadu has? Certainly would have give Maranji all that proudness, that good feeling in his heart that a father would expect for a child or a son. I can go on with a story, with a watch and a name, but Yogi and Yadu will tell you this. I've seen this, I've walked the streets of New York City and I've seen where children desecrate, disrespect, and have no value for their family name. A name is as pure as your ajas, as given to your father and to your brother. And it's important that that name continue, that you take it one notch higher than your father did or your grandfather, but never go compromise it to go below. So with that being said, let's welcome to the microphone Sandy. She will do for us her next rendition. And then of course follow will be Anil G. Let's give him a round of applause, please. And of course the late night, who showed up? Ravi G. Let's give him a round of applause. So the night is getting better.
Man, the surprises keep on rolling in. Just before Sandy sings, I would just like to let you know that I am her biggest fan. I don't care who says what, I am Sandy's biggest fan. She is my favorite Bollywood singer here in New York. So thank you, Sands, for being here.
I will. Sitaram, namaskar, everyone. Happy birthday to my brother Yogi. Of course, I couldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss it. For memories, as Yogi said, I probably met him 2 weeks after he came here. And on all of these trips that were taken with Pandit Saad, we were always together. We did so many shows together. He's always been, as he said, my biggest fan and also my biggest critic. I would say in 15 years, the most that I've heard from Yogi is always, why don't you sing anymore? You need to start singing again. And as said earlier, definitely Yogi doesn't hold back. He definitely tells you what he wants to say. And, it's something that we love about him and also take with a grain of salt, as everyone says. So as I mentioned, and as Yogi says, I don't practice a lot and I don't sing a lot. So please, I hope I do my best for you. The first song I'm gonna sing, I'm singing this specifically because Yogi and I practiced this song for a show that we did 15 years ago, probably 700 times. I probably haven't sang it back in 15 years, but I'm gonna do it today. And Ravi was there as well too. So we've got our whole crew here for this one. So take it away.
is also my wife's favorite song too. So. I'm sure now you all see why I'm her biggest fan. Special welcome to my brother Ravi Mishra, and I see Raji is here, Avi is here. Thank you guys for being here this evening, man. Appreciate it. Better late than never. Ustaji? That's it.
Bye.
our very own New York's Shreya Ghoshal. Give her a big round of applause. Come on. Sorry, Uncle Bal, I'm going to take over your job for a little bit. Next up, I'd like to invite my younger brother, Anil Prasad, to the microphone. He is someone that I tell that I don't hear him sing often, and and this chappy little whatless, he decided not to sing again tonight. So he's going to share some very pleasant memories he has of me. After which, I know Vikash has to run, so right after him, we're going to have Nishad. I saw some dancing happening on the deck. Thank you to my brother Bodo for helping me fix the deck up so that we can accommodate some dancing. So Nishad is going to light it up for me, and then we're going to bring the curtains down with my brother Ustad Ravi Mishraji. Okay.
Sitaram, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Yogi's youngest brother. I thought I'd wish you happy 40th 10 years ago. Guess I missed that memo again. Yog, we have so many great memories from watching Ravi eat out 3 loaves of bread, watching Yadu sing Britney Spears on his elliptical, to watching our boy Fritz rolling up. And I want to say every memory with you has always been a good one. Let's always keep memories up, the vibes up. And I want to say, my brother, I'm very proud of the man you've become, and I love you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I remember when I first met Anil, he was this little kid running around me and Anand, and always trying to play some tantal. But I started taking music class with Anil and Sams and Vishwani and Ravi, and we all grew. The bond of music held us very, very tightly over the years. And one thing I can say is that I'm always, one of the eldest in the group, and these boys have always shown me the love and respect that I deserve. So thank you. Over to my brother Nishad Sultan, all the way from the Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Come on, make some noise.
Namaskar, Sitaram, Assalamu alaikum. My friend Yogi, I met Yogesh through my dad, traveling to the United States, from Trinidad. And the first time I met Yogi, man, we did that job together, right? And we just hit it off from there. We became friends, and we just keep on the friendship there through my dad and Yogi. Happy 40th birthday to you, man. All the best, God blessings to you and your beautiful family and your friends and all your singing friends. They are awesome. You guys are awesome. Keep up the good job, right? सागर कितना मेरे पास है, मेरे जीवन में फिर भी प्यास है प्यास भर जीवन तोरा अमानुष भना के छोरा. So we got the dance floor there. We got the dance floor on the deck. दिल ऐसा किसी ने मेरा तोड़ा, बर्बादी की तरफ ऐसा मोड़ा. एक भले मानुष को अमानुष बना के छोड़ा. दिल ऐसा किसी ने मेरा तोड़ा, बर्बादी की तरफ ऐसा मोड़ा. सागर कितना मेरे पास
प्यास है प्यास भर जीवन तोरा अमानुष बना के छोरा दिल ऐसा किसी ने मेरा तोड़ा बर्बादी की तरफ ऐसा मोरा दुनिया के रास्ते कोई मंजिल नहीं तेरे वास्ते कहते हैं ये दुनिया के रास्ते कोई मंजिल नहीं तेरे वास्ते नाकामियों से न था मेरा छोरा अमानुष बना के तोड़ा दिल ऐसा किसी ने मेरा तोड़ा बर्बादी की तरफ एक भले मानुष को अमानुष बना के छोड़ा दिल ऐसा किसी ने मेरा तोड़ा बर्बादी की तरफ ऐसा मोड़ा बर्बादी की तरफ ऐसा मोड़ा बर्बादी की तरफ ऐसा So the next round dedicated to Yogesh and his college friends. Yeah? So this one also all the college friends, Yogi and his friends from school. ये दोस्ती हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे दम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे ये दोस्ती हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे दम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे अरे मेरी जीत मेरी हार सुन मेरे यार तेरा मेरी जान ऐसा अपना प्यार जान पे भी खेलेंगे तेरे लिए ले लेंगे जान पे भी खेलेंगे तेरे लिए ले लेंगे सबसे दुश्मनी ये दोस्ती नहीं तोड़ेंगे मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे लोगों को आते हैं तो मगर हम मगर देखो तो नहीं अरे हो जुदा या खुदा दुआ ऐसा हो नहीं खाना पीना साथ है मरना जीना साथ है खाना पीना मरना जीना साथ है सारी जिंदगी ये दोस्ती हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे छोड़ेंगे दम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे ये दोस्ती हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे छोड़ेंगे दम मगर तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे तेरा साथ ना छोड़ेंगे. So I want to ask my daughter Caitlin Sultan to do one song for him. Yes, so let's make some noise to Caitlin. Come on. Kelly? Yeah.
We're doing a medley, right?
So you guys want to see Kelly dance? Kelly, they want some dance moves. You'll give them some dance moves? All right, there we go.
झुर मत बोले झुर मत बोले झुर मत बोले